Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of the Farm Manager Blogs with me, John. I am out and about at the moment. There, we've just been to check on Beefy. The young lad is working away at the moment on some ground that wasn't like a failed cover crop, really. Well, the failed's a bit harsh. It did its job. But yeah, he's disking that one in, and then we're going to be drilling into some of that ground later on. It's all hands to the deck today with the drill. So first thing we're going to do is check in. As we go around the corner here, we've got Annabelle, who is out in the quad track today, actually. She's taking over. Main reason for that, well, there's a few different reasons for that. Derek usually drives it, but he is on a demo rig today, which we're going to go and take a look at as well, which would be good to see. Let's just come straight over the land here, though. You'll see that Annabelle is making great ground in the quad track to make sure nothing's coming. We're in with the spring barley at the moment there. We've got about 300 acres that we're trying to get in. As you can see, this is one of the first plots of ground. We have a block up here that we put some lime down on recently as well. So Annabelle's forging ahead with the quad track here. And looks like it's going in very well. Actually, nice and dry conditions. Soil temperature's warmed up a few degrees, enough that we can actually get going and be confident with it. There's a few weeds in here that we're going to have to get some pre-em on straight away, actually. But that's something we'll look into. But yeah, she's doing a great job. Very happy with this. And then yeah, like I say, this is going to be a milling spring barley. So it'll be interesting to see the grade quality of this. Of course, if we don't quite meet the grade, then it will go down as like an animal feed. But yeah, it should be good enough. So yeah, we've got lots to check on though today. So it looks like everything is going along well here with the horses out. Like I say, we can put this straight onto the back of the fence, but because we're looking at getting rid of the quad track anyway at some point soon, figured that we might as well put as many hours onto the clock with that one and save our other machinery, really. So that's what we're going to look to keep on doing. Now what we're going to do, we're going to head back to the yard. The telehandler is all set up. By the end of my time here with you, we're going to have 3 drills on the go. That is one. Then we're going to go and check in. Derek is down with the tractor that we have on demo, with a new drill on the back. Actually, a very impressive looking drill. Now we're not in the market to change our drill yet. Our horse is doing great guns, but never hurts to check, and that's what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to head back down to the main yard where we'll jump into the telehandler, take some seed over to him, and then just let him get on it, really. And then we're going to come back and jump into my own tractor, into the 724, and get after it as well. So we really, with the 300 and a bit acres of spring barley we're putting in, if all drills go well, we'll get most of it done inside the day, really. No doubt about that. So that's what we're aiming to try and do. That's what we want to achieve anyway. And hopefully we do, that'd be great, because then I can free up me tomorrow, because we've got some more wheat to haul away as well. So whilst the weather's good, then we'll strike and we'll get this all done. In we go. So yeah, we're not going too far away, but far enough for us just to go and take the telehandler, load it up with pallets of seed on the back, and we're just going to take the whole thing down there, really, for now. Because like I say, there are a few fields down there that Derek's going to work into. So what he doesn't get done in that first field today with the demo, we'll just leave the seed down there and progress on. As it is, the 930s is parked up there. We don't need that today. We've got enough ground covered already, so we'll probably get back in on that very soon. Let's fire up the Scorpion now. And away we go. Let's lift that up. Now this, I think, is going to be the last of the bag seed, like pallet seed at least. We'll be moving on to... we got this very cheap, actually, which is the only reason why we're still using bag seed, because pallet seed, because normally we are in the big ton bags, but this was very cheap, so it was a great deal. And you know, if that offer ever comes around again, we'll be sure to take it. But as it is, yeah, it looks like the last at the very least. And around we go here. I've got young Beefy out today. He is in his 818. And he's putting down a nice, like I say, working in the cover crop there, getting ready to drill. That ground's coming through very nicely, actually, and we've got a combination drill over there parked up, which is where I'm going to head to as soon as I've dropped this off. and we'll go and have a look at what that looks like. So yeah, lots to do today. It's quite exciting actually. Looking forward to getting some seed into the ground for the spring, and we do have a lot of ground to cover. Moving forward, there's some exciting times ahead of us, which I can't wait to bring you all on board with. Actually, we're waiting for a few things to change and a few phone calls and contracts to be signed. But once those agreements are in place, there's going to be some exciting changes that we'll be bringing you. So keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, it's going to see some big changes, let's just say that much, but should be good. Should be good indeed. Nigel settling in with the dairy cattle now, or the beef cattle. He's doing very well there at the new cattle yard. So it's great to have him on board, and kind of, I don't have to worry too much about that now, and I can leave the feeding in the morning to him. He's got that all under control, which is great. My next focus really, once we get this all done, is to turn my attention to next year's feed, winter feed, and get the silage all taken care of. But we're going to head into here. In the corner we go. And there's the demo rig parked up already. And it is a mightily impressive unit, let me tell you. As you can see by the colours, it is another class. It's a class rig, and it's a beauty of a class rig, I must admit. Now we are, as I say, looking to, we'll have to squeeze our way into here first. We are looking at the possibility of trading in the quad track. So you know what that means is that whichever vehicle we go to, it's going to have to be pretty big. It's going to have to be a lot of power on that machine there, because the quad track's currently rolling in with about 460. So we need something that's going to be of equal standard, really. And this terra Claas Axion is certainly of that caliber. So that's why we've kind of looked at it. Let's just disconnect the cables here. Perfect. Perfect stuff. We'll get this filled up, and yes, that's why we're looking at the Axion. Because yeah, it does have a lot of power and a lot of great grip on there as well. So if we can utilize that, that would be ideal. But yeah, so it's going to be our first time out with it. I've heard some great things. But let's just get this unstrapped anyway, and then we're going to have a bit of a look at it. See what we see what we think of it all. Just a bit more. That's perfect. Do it. We'll take this around the side here, and this has the extended hopper on as well. You can see we've got a Waderstadt drill in the back. This is not our drill, this is a demonstration drill that was very kindly sent to us with the tractor from our local dealer Rickaby's, and we're able to have a look and have a bit of a play with it. It's a great drill. As you see, we have the extended hopper on. It's also got the option for the fertilizer on the back as well, which means that we can drill both at the same time. But ultimately, look at this. Look at the tractor here. It's just an absolute beast of a machine. I've heard some great things about the 960 Axion as it is, before someone decided to stick some tracks onto the back of it, but heavens, it's huge, and it's just very impressive. So it's going to allow us to get that same traction as we would with a quad track there. It's a lot smaller, it's nowhere near as heavy, but we still get very similar power to weight ratio as well. So very happy with that one there. It is something we're looking into. We're going to have at the moment I've got 3 different demos lined up. I've got this, we've got a new Fent, and we're also going to have a John Deere. So we'll give those 3 a go. All roughly the same sort of horsepower parameters there, so be interesting to see how that all works out. But like I say, at the moment there, we're going to get this all set up, get this fueled up as well, fueled up, seeded up, and ready to go there. And Derek's on his way down now, and we'll get him set away with it, just to have a bit of a go in there. As it is right now, if I have a look into the cab, let's get the key first. Get that key. Beautiful cab though inside. I do really like the ergonomic design of it all, actually. Fire it up and it sounds nice. This is an 8-meter drill in the back, so it's a little bit smaller than the horse drill that we've just left. That is a 9-meter, but it's a beautiful looking Waderstadt drill, actually. Very nice indeed. And we have this equipped with GPS on the Trimble within the cab here, and the GPS is integrated, so we can really have a good play around with it. I'm gonna let that warm through. The great thing about this is you can actively lift up each individual set of discs here if you really want to. So you, depending upon the ground you're in, you can really control the pressure and actually what's working and what how you're drilling at that time. Right now, though, we're gonna get this get the seed in here and get this underway, and we'll get Derek up and away, and we'll come back to you in just a little bit once he's going. Well then, folks, Derek has arrived. He brought my truck back down here, and we've just set him away. We had a bit of a look over the Claas there. It's a very nice tractor, actually. We're going to have a bit more of a play around with it as we go, but he's away. He looks like he knows what he's doing, so we're going to let him continue with that. And yeah, it's a very fine piece of equipment there, actually. It should be very interesting to see how it gets on and see what he thinks of it. Ultimately, you know, if Derek's going to be driving it a lot, he needs to feel comfortable in there and make sure he knows what he's doing, and feels like it's a step up from the Fendt. I feel like he's going to enjoy the Fendt a little bit more, just because he's used to those now. We are predominantly all Fendts these days, but it's nice to see what the opportunities are out there, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we are going to head away now. We're going to leave that to do its thing, and Derek will get through this field. There's a few fields over there as well that he's going to get into as well. Ultimately, he's got about 75-80 acres down here to crack on with, which he will do. I'll leave the telehandler down here for him as well, and he is golden. But yeah, it's a lovely looking rig, that one, actually. Nice little setup there, and we're gonna head back to the yard. We'll get back there, we'll jump into my tractor, and we'll go out there, and we'll start with our own little bit of drilling, I think, for the day. Get ourselves done, and we're really cracking on now, and all this before 10 AM. Would you look at that? Beautiful. So yeah, we'll see you back over the yard there, and we'll get the 724 out and away. Alright, then get past these old girls here. Now you might be seeing some change sometime soon, without giving too much away. And off we go. It's always nice when the yard's a little bit quieter. It means everyone's out there and doing their thing. Everyone's cracking on. We'll just get on, squeeze through. And off we go. So like I say, this is predominantly my tractor, the 724. I don't do an awful lot of work with it. It's nice to have it though for when I need to. When I'm not in it there, we'll quite often have Annabelle driving it as well. But when it comes to drilling, we've just picked up this combination drill in the back here as of this season, and I wanted to get another drill there for the harder ground that we have, so we have something else to work on with, so we can get a few. It doesn't do a lot of acreage in a day, but we can, if the going's good, we can still get 40-50 acres done on a long day. So it really allows us to kind of take that next step, really. And we do have some ground that does need to be worked over. We have some like medium loam across the place, which if it's a wet year, which so far this spring it's not been too bad, but it still doesn't hurt to get it worked over, and the combination drill just allows us to really fly through it. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and we'll get ourselves away. Like I say, this yard doesn't get used for much now. It's our secondary cattle yard. There's a few mowers parked in the sheds there, but that's about it. I need to come and get the silage fork back, actually. But yeah, for the most part, it's not as busy as it once was, which in some respects is quite good, because it's not really built for large-scale farming these days. Around here, still a lot of rubbish around this yard from when we were farming it, but yeah, maybe that'll change some point soon. So we're going to start on this field here. This is probably the lightest field on this block of land in the corner, really. It certainly has the best soil at the top of the hill here. So what we'll do is we'll get ourselves in the corner, we'll set the GPS on here because we'll be using that, and then ultimately after that it's the case of cracking on with it, really. Beefy's still going over there as well. I can just see him. Perfect. Well then, folks, we have a bit of a problem. Our GPS isn't quite working as it should be, so we're not actually able to set our AB line, but we are going. We've got our ridge markers. I'm not going to let it stop. Oh, there goes the train. And we're going to keep kind of trying to push through here and get as much done as we possibly can. Right now, we are just about to come to the end here. Around. So yeah, we'll get this field done. I have spoken to my local dealership about trying to get someone out to help me with this GPS, because I can't quite get it set up to function here again. This is the second time we've had this kind of issue, so hopefully we'll get that done. It is very light on this side, so we're trying to not use the front press if we don't need to, because right now it doesn't seem like it's gonna really help us at all. And yeah, we'll just kind of plug through here and get this done. So it's a busy day of drilling. We've got a lot to do, a lot of different machines on the go and operations on the go. But hey, that is life when you've got a large outfit and operation to kind of oversee and maintain. So we are all full steam ahead now. Hopefully we'll get the spring drilling done in about a week or less, and then we're on to, we've got a little bit of spring wheat to put in the ground as well. But the barley's going to be the big one, and then we're done, really. And then it's on to grass, silage and hay after that. So it'd be good if we can get all of that done. So, like I say, we're just going to keep pushing through here with this drilling. And then we're off to the next one. If you have any questions, comments, or feedbacks, I'd be very glad and happy to answer those where possible. So do drop those down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't done so already, though, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly hosts everything. And we will see you in the next one. Until then, though, I've been John, your farm manager. I hope you have enjoyed this latest vlog, and we'll see you all down the line. Have yourself a good day, and we'll catch you later.